Is it over? Is it over? It ain't over. Guys, it's been a heck of a day. My blood pressure has been up all day long. Business stuff. So I am not going to fill this time with all kinds of informational tools and tips and tricks. I'm going to use the next few minutes to vent because your girl is stressed. So I have been red and splotchy all day long. May or may not be able to insert some pictures to go along with that right here. What do you do when times are stressful? I mean, obviously times are stressful because we're in a global pandemic. But what do you do when things are completely out of your control? And if that has to do with, I guess it still correlates back with our skin flushing situation, our redness that we have going on for those of us who it might be linked to social anxiety or anxiety and things of that nature. What do you do when things are out of your control? What do you actually do when things are out of your control? Let me tell you what I do. Maybe it's going to turn into a tips and tricks. Ha, look, I'm made for this, you guys. Here's what I do when I just feel really out of control. Breathe. Number one, breathe. Make sure you are breathing in full breaths and watch the tension that happens in this area, especially for us women. We lock up, and I know for a fact I do this because I wind up with a headache, and that's never good. So I don't know if this is actually, sorry. Breathe and just loosen yourself a little bit. Another thing I do when I feel like I'm completely out of control is I try to think of what is the worst case scenario. And so, for example, like today, there's a lot of work stuff going on, and we're being asked to do some really tough things. And one of the things for me in a work situation, a home situation, personal, whatever, is that if somebody is trying to accomplish one thing, but a lot of it's not making sense to me, I will ask, okay, what is it that we're trying to accomplish here? Because they may tell you to do X, Y, Z, but that doesn't really make sense for what they're actually trying to accomplish. So if I can ask the question, what are we trying to accomplish here? Then maybe if you trust me, we can find another route to get there and still get you what you want. So sometimes just asking questions, if you feel like you're out of control in a situation, personal or professional, asking questions about the situation itself. The other thing I do is I try to map out what is the worst case scenario. A lot of times we get really stressed out about the here and now. That's what causes us to have that flushing and that reaction right away, is because we're caught in the here and now and the fear and the emotion and all the things that happen in the here and now. But if we trail that out just a little bit, what is the worst case scenario at the end of the week, at the end of the day, at the end of the month? And something that my husband likes to say a lot is, will this matter in 5 years? That really puts a lot of things into perspective. So when you feel completely out of control, it can be easier to get back into a good headspace and get your nervous system to calm down. Because remember, with the flushing, for a lot of us who have that due to social anxiety, anything of that nature, that is an overactive sympathetic nervous system that is causing that reaction inside the body and then causing the blood vessels to dilate and all the things. So if you can think of, will this matter 5 years from now? Does this matter at the end of the week? And how much does this actually matter? And how much control does this person actually have over me? I know a lot of times for myself, when I start to struggle with feeling out of control about something, it's because I feel that someone has dominated a power over me. And I realize a lot of times, if I just remove myself from the situation, they have no power anymore. So they really only have the power that which you give them. So just remembering too, and centering yourself back to, I have a say-so here and I have power here. And this is the only power that this particular person or this particular situation has over me. And this is how much I'm allowing them to have. So those are just a couple of thoughts as I'm rambling to you today. I want to try to keep this under 5 minutes and we're already cranking along. So I hope you had a great week. If it ended like mine, like look at me, I'm a sweaty hot mess. I've been sweating all day long. If it ended like mine, just know that we're going to be all right. And if you were red all day long, even on virtual conference calls, because your stress level is through the roof, I feel you. It's going to happen sometime. So let's take this time, especially if you don't have to work for the weekend, and let's see, right now it's 4:44 p.m. Let's go ahead and decompress ourselves, get into weekend mode, get with your family, get with your pets, get out and take a walk before the sun goes down. And let's breathe and keep on pressing forward. I'll see y'all next time. Bye.